Hi everyone, Vanna this side from Asta Achievers. So today we'll start our DHA question series. So my question first is, a 36-year-old man who is cardiac patient present the back striate manifestations. So which of the following is the most likely occurring back striate? So firstly we need to understand कि what is back striate और back striate हम usually कहाँ किस condition में use करते हैं. So back striate manifestation mostly we are using in cardiac tamponade condition. So here we have four options. First option flushing, pruritus and urticaria, and option B we have tachycardia, tachypnea and hypoxia, and option C we have hypotension, muffled heart sound and jugular venous distension, and D option we have swelling of lips and tongue and shortness of breath, edema, larynx and epiglottitis. So out of these four options, which one is correct option? So as per triad manifestation, so which can cover your cardiac tamponade condition. So cardiac tamponade condition में जो most commonly sign और symptom जो patient experience करता है वो है muffled heart sound, jugular vein distension and hypotension. So out of these four options, C option is correct one. DHA question number 2. So question number 2, here we have the nurse is assessing a child with pyloric stenosis. So which of the following likely to notice? So here we have four options. Option A, diarrhea. Option B, projectile vomiting. Option C, swallowing difficulty. And option D, red puran jelly-like stool. So firstly, I would like to explain you what is pyloric stenosis. So pyloric stenosis is a congenital condition where the pyloric muscles become abnormally thick and which blocks the food from moving into small intestine, leading to forceful vomiting. So as per this explanation, which one is correct answer? So here we have option number B, projectile vomiting is correct answer. Question number 3. So here we have question. A 68-year-old patient admitted to emergency room with clinical manifestation of pulmonary embolism. ABG and chest X-ray were ordered. So which of the following tests is used to diagnose this condition? So here we have four options. Option A, computed scan tomography. Option B, magnetic resonance imaging. And option C, pulmonary angiography. And option D, pulmonary function test. So option C is correct answer, pulmonary angiography. But why option C is correct answer? Because pulmonary angiography एक मेन प्रोसीजर होता है जिसके थ्रू हम एक कैथेटर यूज करते हैं और एक्सरे के थ्रू वी कैन व्यू द लंग आर्टरीज ऑफ्टन टू फाइंड आउट द ब्लड क्लॉट. सो ब्लड क्लॉट को फाइंड आउट करने के लिए यूजली विल कंडक्ट द पल्मनरी एंजियोग्राफी. थैंक यू. Hi everyone, so today I am here with DHA question number 4. So today question is, a nurse administered intravenous furosemide 40 mg to a 70-year-old patient with heart failure. 1 hour later, frequent premature ventricular contraction appear on the monitor. So nurse should suspect the patient is experiencing which of the following. So here we have four options. Option A, hypokalemia. Option B, hyponatremia. Option C, hypocalcemia. And option D, hypomagnesemia. So option A, hypokalemia is correct answer. In case patient का जब भी हम furosemide start करते हैं, continuously even we need to monitor the potassium level because potassium की deficiency, potassium level fall होने की वजह से patient can experience hypokalemia. In case patient को हम continuously furosemide prescribe कर रहे हैं. Thank you. So hi everyone, so today I am here with DHA question number 5. So here we have question, digoxin not given to patient who has which of the following. So here we have four options. Option A, tachycardia. Option B, hypertension. Option C, tachypnea. And option D, bradycardia. So out of these four options, option D, bradycardia is correct answer because digoxin is a drug of choice in the heart failure. So mostly digoxin हम heart failure की condition में use करते हैं. और ब्रेडिकार्डिया ये क्यों कॉज करता है? बिकॉज डिजॉक्सिन जो है वेगस नर्व की एक्टिविटी को इंक्रीज कर देता है. सो एज ए रिजल्ट वो एसए नोड से जो इलेक्ट्रिकल करंट हमारे एबी नोड को जाती है उसको भी स्लो डाउन कर देता है और एज ए रिजल्ट इट विल कॉज ब्रेडिकार्डिया. थैंक यू. Hi everyone, so today I am here with DHA question number 6. So term baby boy is admitted to neonatal intensive care unit. Physical examination revealed flattened nose, low set ear, upward slanting eyes, single palmar crease. So which of the following is the possible diagnosis of newborn? So here we have 4 options. Option A, Cushing syndrome. Option B, Down syndrome. Option C, intrauterine growth retardation, and option D, congenital hypothyroidism. So option B, Down syndrome is correct answer, because Down syndrome trisomy 21 की genetic condition है, और due to trisomy 21 it can cause the developmental delays such as upward slanting eyes, distinctive facial features, or such as your single palmar crease, or even जो ट्राइसोमी 21 की कंडीशन है, इट कैन इंक्रीज द हेल्थ रिस्क ऑफ हेल्थ हार्ट इश्यूज एंड हियरिंग लॉस. थैंक यू. So hi everyone. So today I am here with question number 7. So when performing a newborn assessment, so nurse should measure the vital signs in the following sequence. So here we have 4 options. Option A, pulse, respiration, temperature. Option B, temperature, pulse, respiration. And option C, respiration, temperature and pulse. And option D, we have respiration, pulse and temperature. So obviously जब भी हम newborn assessment करते हैं, so हम जो sequence follow करते हैं, first of all respiration and then pulse and then temperature. So option D is correct answer, respiration, pulse and temperature. So hi everyone, so today I am with DHA question number 8. So measles vaccine administration route. So here we have 4 options. Option A, intramuscular. Option B, subcutaneous. Option D, intradermal. And option D, intravenous. So option B, subcutaneous route is correct answer. But why? Because जो measles vaccine है वो एक live weekend virus vaccine है और it needs slow absorption. So due to slow absorption हमें इसको subcutaneously ही administer करना पड़ता है so that it can give you optimal effect. Thank you. Hi everyone, so let's start DHA question number 9. So what is the most appropriate blood product for a patient with hemorrhage due to upper GI bleeding? So here we have 4 options. Option A, plasma. Option B, whole blood. Option C, packed red blood cells. And option D, serum albumin. So option C, packed red cell is correct answer, because packed red cells जो होते हैं we need to immediately give to upper GI bleeding patient, जो कि उसको help करेगा restore the oxygen carrying capacity, replace the lost blood volume, और even prevent करेगा patient को tissue hypoxia से और anemia से. That's the main reason we need to immediate administer packed red blood cells. Thank you. Hi everyone, so let's start DHA question number 10. So the nurse observed the client's CSF. So which of the following of CSF color indicate for the patient with bacterial meningitis? Option A, cloudy. Option B, clear. Option C, red. And option D, brown. So option A, cloudy is correct answer, because in case of normal CSF finding, तो normal CSF है वो naturally clear और colorless होता है like water, और it act as a cushion for the brain and spinal cord. In case of cloudy and turbid appearance, it will indicate the presence of bacterial meningitis or any inflammation. Or in case of blood or red color, it indicate the hemorrhage. In case of pink and brown color, it will indicate the myelopathy. So that's why option A, cloudy is correct answer. Thank you.